Hi, welcome to Back to School Night. I'm Mr. Gleason. I'm either your child's first or eighth hour honors chemistry teacher. Um, I'm going to kind of give you an overview of who I am, a few aspects of this class that I really want you to know about, and then I'd like to show you kind of what your child's seeing during the class period so you can kind of get an idea of what they're going to be dealing with during this remote learning process. So, first, me. I've been teaching at St. Charles North for 21 years. It's my 21st year, which means I opened up the building way back when. I've been an honors chemistry teacher, regular chem, and AP chemistry. This year, I'm teaching both honors and AP. Um, this is my love. Both my wife and I are science teachers, so the science aspect, I love the sciences. I love to teach it. I love to give the kids an experience that really makes them passionate about science. I know some of these students will really, really love this class and pursue science in the future. So I would love to see them in my AP chemistry class down the line, maybe their junior or senior year. I'll talk more about that with the students later in the year. Obviously, others are just this is next in line. They did honors bio, honors chem, honors physics, so on and so forth. So we'll talk more about where they're going in the future. But right now, I really want them to focus on chemistry and really focus on doing well this first semester. Um, how we're going to be presenting the material this year is through Google Classroom. So this is the generic page. This is first period. This is where the kids are going to go to find all their material. This is their Meet link. We're going to use Meet for the time being. I know Zoom will be coming out soon, so we might be going between the two programs. I haven't decided exactly which one I'm going to stick with based on the fact that I haven't really tried Zoom much. So we're going to stick with Meet for the time being. The classwork tab up here on the top is the important one. This is where they're going to find all the materials for that day or throughout the unit. So as of right now, we are in Unit 1, and this is the basic layout. So week 1 materials is here, and then we basically go 1.1, and we're on 1.6 right now. As we get near the end of the unit, we'll have targets, and they'll have review topics that will pertain to that unit. And then we'll move into Unit 2, and the same process will continue. You and your child can find all the materials here. One aspect that I really like or that I've been trying to provide for the students is here are for instance, 1.5 is your atomic basics. And then I'm going to provide the 1.5 atomic basics key. So they always have access to the key so they can check the material. Being outside of class and being able to ask questions sometimes isn't the easiest for some of the students. So having the key gives them an opportunity to kind of see where they're at. I will try to post that usually the day after or maybe that evening, just depending on the type of questions that I'm going to be asking the next day. So this is where they're going to find it. Please go here, check it out anytime you'd like. Ask them to pull up their classwork page so you can kind of see where they're at. During class, one thing is this is what a Google Meet page is basically going to look like. You've probably seen it. Most of them are dealing with meets right now. One thing I really like, or one thing that I have access to, is I have my iPad. So I've been really able to get a true whiteboard experience with the students. I am a talker, love to talk. I've told the kids I'm a big time auditory person. But I also love to draw. So I know students in our class, or most students, are visual learners. So having access to this has made it very easy to really get the points across. So for instance, on this page, I can put just very generically, I can give them notes. They can take notes right along with me. So they can get all the necessary information at a moment's notice, that I can post stuff. I can go through problems. I can draw pictures. I can say, all right, here's my number. Oops. Oh, geez. 228-6261. And then my email address is peter.gleason@d303.org. So you can get access to all this. I can write notes. They can see exactly what I want. So here's an example of something they did earlier in the year. So you can see this is a part where we're at. We hadn't quite finished it at this point, so we moved on. We are finishing up the evidence on another page. but this is what they're seeing. So they can jot these notes down. They can even take a picture of it on their screen. That is one thing that I need them to have. They need some basic materials. They need to have that notebook. You have that notebook, they need to have that piece of that pencil. Also, obviously, a lot of this class, they're going to need that calculator. So when you see them sitting down for this class, they should have their notebook, their pencil, all of that sitting next to them. If they have access to a printer, obviously they can print this stuff down and put it in their notebook. If they don't have access to a printer, it's totally fine. Put it in their notebook, date the page, put 1.6, and they can put it down so that they know exactly what everything pertains to. So please check and see how their organization is. Do they have it set up? This is new. Um, Doing online learning is a new technique. I have a second grader that's learning how to do it. Sorry, a third grader learning how to do it. I'm sure high schoolers are feeling the exact same thing. How do I do this? How do I keep myself organized without being in class or in the school? One last aspect that I really want to talk about is just tests and quizzes. That's obviously where all their scores are going to come from. As a school, as a department, we have been talking about how do we present, how do we get an assessment out there and make sure we're assessing students learning, not groups of students learning, not cheating. Um, that's one thing we've all been talking about. How do we make this an honorable and honest test? How do we make sure we are actually assessing that child? So you're going to see an assortment of different ways we're going to assess. We're going to do Google Forms. We're going to do real pieces of paper where they're going to have to write it on a sheet of paper, take a picture of it, and submit it to me on Google Classroom. We'll do videos. So we might do an interview. I might set up a time before school or after school to do an online discussion so I can check that. So we're going to do an assortment so it's not just here, take this test. We've already had an assortment of cheating opportunities in the school. So this is a conversation teachers are having. How are we going to make this so that we're getting your child's understanding and their grade is reflective of what they've learned? So to finish this off, if you have any questions or you have any concerns about this class or you just want to know something about this class, please don't be afraid to go back, contact me. All right. Give me a call, send me an email. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to be able to support you in any way I can. Good luck with this year. I hope your child is successful in this class. I hope I can make this a learning opportunity and a fun opportunity for them. Have a great day and take care.